Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me on Tea Telly Tuesday. I'm going to do things a little different. Today, I'm going to be sharing a couple little stories here that I thought were going to be kind of fun for you. Little feel-good things. I think you're going to enjoy it. So let me get right to it. Sometimes it's nice to get away from the news that's out there that is a little chaotic. So once in a while, I'll go searching for something interesting and fun. So my first story today, I think, is very feel good. And this story is about an 8-year-old who slid his handwritten book into a library shelf. And now it's got a very long waiting list. So I thought this was too adorable. The adventures of Dylan Helbig, I believe is how his name is said. And it's just too cute. You see this book, and he says here, "This Christmas" by Dylan himself. Little drawings there. And if you notice here, it's got the little library sticker. So let's find out what happened. He's a second grader who lives in Idaho, and he wrote about a book about his Christmas adventures on the pages of a red cover notebook and illustrated it with colored pencil. So when he finished it in mid-December, he decided he wanted to share it with other people, so much, in fact, that he hatched a little plan and waited for just the right moment to pull it off. So days later, during a visit to that library in Boise with his grandmother, he held the 81-page book to his chest and passed by the librarians. 81 pages. Then, unbeknownst to his grandmother, he slipped the book onto the children's picture books shelf, and no one saw him do it. I'm still stuck on the 81 pages because I think in a year I've probably written about, one little chapter in my book. So kudos to him. Anyway, here's a little picture of, and he even chaptered it. Yeah, chapter 1. So anyway, it was naughty-ish, Dylan 8 said, of covertly depositing book without permission. But the result, he added, is pretty cool. And so later he confessed to his mother that he put the book there and left it there. When they came back a couple of days later, they went to the spot where he left the book and it wasn't there. So they talked to the librarians and asked if anybody had found it and requested that they not throw it away. So to their surprise, though, they thought it was kind of a sneaky little thing to do, which I don't think it was that sneaky. It was kind of cute. It was kind of a nice way to do it. I don't think an adult could do it, but the little kid could get away with it. So it was a sneaky act, said Hartman, laughing, but Dylan's book was far too obviously special an item for them to consider to get rid of it. So a few other people discovered this book and the adventures on it. And it says here that discovered and read Dylan's book, which describes his adventures putting an exploding star on the Christmas tree and being capped I can read back to the first Thanksgiving and the North Pole. They found it very entertaining. So Hartman had read the book to his 6-year-old son and said it was one of the funniest books he'd ever known. So obviously really enjoyed it. Anyway, so you can read more about this, what happened, but to narrow it down, because I have a couple other things, they agreed that, yeah, it was kind of unconventional, but the book met the selection criteria for the collection, and that it was a high quality story that was fun to read. So they asked, Hartman asked Hilbert for permission to track a barcode on the book and formally add it to the library's collection. Of course, they were excited about it and made it part of the library. And look at him. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. There's your future writer right there. He even got an award for Best Young Novelist 2021. So basically, in a nutshell, this exploded. It just kind of kept going and going. And in the end, it turns out that there's been a waiting list. As of Saturday, there was 55-person waiting list on this. And it doesn't take long to read the book, but they're allowed to hold on to the books for up to 4 weeks. With the waiting list that long, the library is not going to allow for renewals, which makes sense. So they hope that people are going to keep in mind that there's other people waiting for it and a pretty long list. So I'm seeing a future for this kid, and kudos to him. I think it is a very wonderful story. Somebody obviously with the imagination and just the idea to get that out there. And this is something to be proud of. I'm happy for him and his family, and I really hope that his family encourages his talent, because obviously he likes what he's done. And he's making a lot of people happy with this. So, yeah, that is one of my feel-good stories. The next one, I think, is just going to be kind of fun for you. And I'm not going to read it all because it's kind of lengthy, and plus there's a video, and I don't know if I'll get in trouble for showing it. But anyway, I'm going to share another little fun thing. This one's kind of exciting. And this one is about these Star Wars fans that are building a full-size Millennium Falcon cockpit. It's crazy. There's not a huge story. You have to kind of go there and watch it. But I'm just going to kind of give you an idea. I don't know if there's sound in this one, but so if you go there and watch it, you could see the guys, the team that's making this, and it is full size, my friends. It actually blinking, bleeping, insanely detailed full-size version of the Millennium Falcon's cockpit. I can't even put together a recipe sometimes, and these guys are building a full-size, detailed cockpit. How amazing is that? How fun is that? I'm going to go ahead and put the links down in the description so you can go to these stories and listen to the full version without hearing me yapping away. I like his retro gaming t-shirt there. Kind of cool. Anyway, so there's that story that you might want to check out. And the last one I think is kind of cute. This one is genius. And this story is about a father and son duo. They build a recycling machine operated by magpies. I think magpies are really beautiful, but sometimes they scare me. They're big and they can get aggressive. However, they created this.
Is the crane?
Oops, sorry. Fully functional rubbish recycling machine, and it's completely run by magpies. So what they did was they built this, trained these magpies to bring litter and put it in that compartment where it's sorted, and then the seeds are released. So they know that if they want to eat, they bring over trash. Now, that's genius. No idea how one would even start to train a bird. Hey, pick this up, put it in here. Birds are incredibly smart. Animals are incredibly smart. They figure stuff out. But two birds, one stone, no pun intended there. Recycling and trash get picked up, and birds get fed. So this is a little bit of what it looks like. And how it works. I mean, that is incredibly genius right there. Look at him. He's like, this goes here. Got trash. Where's my stuff? And there's the seed. How brilliant. That is just brilliant. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to be doing different things on Tuesday. Sometimes things like this. I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be doing reviews and lots of other stuff. I wanted to use my Tuesday segments to be creative. And I hope that you enjoyed this first segment this way without me doing it live. I'm so used to being live that I forget how to do these. But I've been feeling kind of creative lately. I don't know what it is. And by the way, happy Tuesday. How crazy is that, right? And there's been so many other exciting things going on. I saw a comet the other night. Beautiful, big comet. I've never seen one up that close before with the longest tail. I just watched it. I was mesmerized by it. Its beauty, but it's kind of scary. But nature around us is beautiful. And animals surprise us all the time. Kids surprise us all the time. People can surprise me too. So I like to find stories where we catch people being creative or positive, giving something, anything. Just so that we each carry with us that not everything out there is horrible and evil and bad. Although it may seem that way sometimes, people. I want you to stay encouraged. Continue to strive for your goals. Don't give up. If I can do this here, Tea and Telly, then you can do whatever you want to, because this has been a huge step for me. Huge. I just read to you, and it was recorded, and you're going to see it. And I'm dyslexic, and it terrifies me to read and do it aloud and in front of people. But I just did it. Now, I'll probably stop shaking maybe after an hour or two. I'm just kidding. But I did it. And I hope that you all have a wonderful, pleasant evening. And let's see what next Tuesday is going to bring you here on the Tea and Telly Tuesday segment. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you remember to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, share me, and tell people what Tea and Telly's all about. Okay? Well, you guys be good to each other. Be good to animals. Stay safe and well, my people. Have a good evening.